So, this is the transmission for the week ahead, beginning of November, the 3rd of November. And when I've been in communication with the dragons, this is what they are bringing through as the transmission for this particular week. The Dragon's Way, embodying your full self-worth. Now, what many people struggle with is and it feels very brash and it feels very braggy and it feels very uncomfortable for most of us when we say we're really good at something, when we say that we are brilliant, or when we say we are fantastic, or when, we've done something really well. But this is what the dragons are saying is necessary for you to be able to step into that particular identity, to really enjoy the fact, you know what, I'm really kind of good at that. And it's very much not a human trait for so many, especially if you're spiritual, especially if you're empathic, especially if you are in the healing arts. It becomes very difficult to kind of put yourself in a very brash way. We are used to being able to sell other people's products, but when it comes to selling ourselves, it becomes very, very, very difficult. But if you knew, and these have been the message over the last year, 5 years, and it's just increasingly getting more and more and more important for you to know exactly who and what you are and how incredible you are and why you incarnated at this particular time on earth, that you are here to make changes, you are here to bring things in that don't even exist yet. Your mother to a children, your mothers to children who are going to be doing jobs that don't even exist yet, the same as we are doing. So to step into your full sense of worth and remember the remembrance, the activation of actually remembering who who you are as a soul, who you are as a spiritual being. This is the power that the dragons are asking us yet again to step into our power, step into our identity, step into knowing how good we are, stepping into everything that's available for you and start creating that. They have 4 particular messages that they always send out. Break the spell that you're under, the patterns that you're playing out for you, how to claim your power, how to really step into that and kind of go, do you know what? This is who I am. I'm really good at that. That means with your finances, that means with your relationships, that means with your health. You take charge because you, third step, you are the creator. So you get to create your own future. You get to create your own reality. So as soon as you do that, then you start embodying it and believing in it. And because beliefs are only what we have thought about again and again and again and again, then we are empowered. Then we are in our identity. And I guarantee you that when you are in that vibration, when you're feeling it, when you own it, the world will start matching the vibration that you're in. I mean, the world is always matching the vibration that you're in because we are this great transmitter and receiver. But if you want to be more successful, have better health, have better relationships, we need to be keeping on pushing ourselves up higher to be not just in a happy state, but just to be very, you know what? I'm really good. I can bring in so many clients. I've got this house sold. I'm really good at what I do. Everybody wants to sort of be in my energy. People are lucky to be in my energy. And that can feel really icky to start with. But when you start changing the story of who and what you are, your soul kind of goes, yes, finally. And she starts meeting you along your path and bringing evidence to you. So money will turn up in your account, things will be orchestrated for you, you'll meet the right people, things start working in your favor. So the dragons are whispering basically, how would it be to show up in your highest potential, in the highest version of you, knowing, you know what? I am good at this. I am great at this. I'm doing this really, really well. And what if you could accept your perfection in that moment? If you could accept that of yourself, do you know how many more people you would affect and influence from that status, from that state, how you are walking and how you are talking in your life? You will be respecting yourself, you'll be loving yourself, you'll be trusting yourself. And when I say yourself, I mean your soul essence. The perfect version of you already exists. So if it's you want to be a millionaire or you want to be the empress of your own empire, If you want to create something, if you want to do something, step into that reality. And this is what the messages of this week are all about. So imagine showing up every day as that version of you. This is what the dragons mean when they talk about setting things up. So it will be very interesting to see what cards flick out of the pack today. If it's about setting things up, if it's about stepping out of your own way, if it's about creating from your sensations, from your feelings. So let's dive in now and see which cards, which messages are the transmission that the dragons want to bring you more than anything else. Just to let you know, on Thursday, I'm running an event, which is part 2 of Creating Your Own Reality, where I talk you through the steps and let you experience, how does that feel when I feel like that is the outcome already? How does it feel, the sensations in my body? And the longer you stay in that sensation, guess what? More brilliant stuff arrives for you because you are creating it with how you feel in your identity. So pick a number between 1 and 4 and then keep tapping in and listen to all the messages if you can. They will be on YouTube, they'll be on Instagram, they'll be on Facebook, and listen to what is coming through for you. Now, I teach you how to tap into your own intuition, tap into your own brilliance, own your power, break the spells, break the beliefs that are holding us back, and claim your own power, create your own reality, and start embodying who you really, 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 really are as this human being having a spiritual experience. So pick a number between 1 and 4, and we will dive in and we'll start reading the cards. So with that in mind, with that being the whole purpose and transmission for this week, how do you step into your power? How do you own your power? How do you feel really, really strong when like everything is just sometimes falling around about you and just not working? How do you start seeing it from the point of view of like, actually, everything's going really well for me. I'm brilliant. I know how this works. So let's get card number 1 to fly out of the pack and see what we... Brilliant. Okay. First one comes through. So let's dive into... I'm so organized these days, aren't I? I told myself the stories. I am really, really organized. So, and so forth, therefore I am. Card number 38, and it's Sovereign. The first card this week, number 38, is Sovereign. Now, she is asking you most of the time to come back to your sovereignty, come back to your power, know who you are, know what you are, and start bringing that into your fantastic, amazing identity and start walking and talking as her. So, card number 1. Card number 1. The message here from Sovereign: magic floods and radiates out of you as you step into your fullest ecstatic essence. Now, isn't that absolutely perfect? Because that is exactly what we're talking about. When you step into your identity, when you own that you are amazing, when you are in your power, when you own that you are the sovereign, when you own that you are the empress of your empire, when you... I have to have all these... They give me so much when they start, showing me in essence what you are, and it takes the human to describe that in so many different phrases. So bear with me as this comes through. So this could mean that you're standing and operating as the millionaire, using that as an example. You could be standing and operating as the empress of your own, your own empire. You're here to leave a legacy. You're doing amazing work, and now you are owning it, and you are standing in your own right, standing in your power. Let's just see what else she says about this for you. You will make a profound impact on others when you believe in your own sovereign state and magical ability. The magic will flood out and radiate from you when you're in your fullest essence. Just want to check something. Yeah. When you're in your fullest essence. With a focused presence of mind, tuned into your infinite physical ability and being physical expression of your magical inner state. So in other words, Your magical inner state is your soul, is your strength, is your inner power. And when you represent that in your physical state, you are owning that as your identity. That's what that means. To enter into this world where you find magic wherever you look, reclaim your innocence, and enjoy more magical stories, which will have a spectacular way of bringing you back to your childhood playful innocence. Your imagination will thrive, which is absolutely going to spark up the best magical skills. You will be your best tool. To be able to use your imagination is to see the form you desire as you create that in your mind's eye, which is magical. Imagine that you are wanting to stand on stage, wanting to be a speaker, be an author, be a coach, be a yoga instructor, but your best life, you're living your best life. Now imagine how you are going to feel when you do that. Now, this is making your soul so happy because this is exactly what she came here to do. Now, imagine that you're doing that, but from a childish, innocent state, just like, oh my God, this is so easy. This is so much fun. This is amazing. This is great. I'm really good at this. I love doing this. This is just amazing. I wake up every morning and I know exactly who I am. You are gaining your identity and you are moving into that. So magic does flow and radiate out of you as you step into your fullest ecstatic essence, into that state. Where else are we going? These inner visions are of energy and vibration and are in the invisible realm, but they also exist in energy. So you start putting your creation out there in thoughts, in visions, in energy, because along with your thoughts, along with your visions, there is an energy, and you start standing taller and you start feeling stronger. And that's what it means when it says that these inner visions of energy are vibration, and you are sending them out into the invisible realms. It's the last bit of that. But they're just not yet in the physical realms. They're just not yet in this dense earth energy field and formed into something in the world. In the world when you can only believe what you see and touch. Well, I'll believe it when I see it, is what most people say. Fiona, I need the evidence. I can't just keep putting things out there in the ether and hope that they're going to land. I need the evidence. I need the money in my bank account. I need the car in the garage. I need the opportunities to stand on stage. I need the book written, okay? But we need to, everything that exists right now on earth, whether it's a glass, whether it's a pen, whether it's a journal, was first in somebody's imagination. So we need to get out of our own way and start using our imagination and feeling what it actually feels like to have that working out really, really well for you. To lift yourself out of the serious and overly sensible world, which has not yet learned how to play with energy in its fullest sense. Take a pause, just for enough time so that you can play and change the magical energy within yourself. Create a powerful magical character for yourself in your sovereign state. So magical books can help with this as well. Like you feel yourself morphing into the character of the book. I don't know whether you've ever done that, or have you been watching a film and you really resonate with the character of a film. So you can lose yourself in a different world. You can be a different character with a different possibilities, with extrasensory powers or perception to discover what else you need to do. The longer you play in that character, the better your energy becomes in yourself. And the better you can mold your body, and the better you can mold your brain, you can mold your thoughts, and better you can mold and set up certain circumstances and situations around you, starting from that magical character and perspective. So if you wanted to stand on stage, if you wanted to be an author, if you wanted to run courses, if you wanted to, whatever it is that you want to do, you first have to be able to see yourself doing it, having a very, very clear picture. All right, let's just see if there's anything else in here that's interesting. Oh, how you were educated to make to believe the way things are is just 1% of all the ways that are magically possible for you to solve any earth problem which will later seem like magic when everything falls into place. So we're only using 1% of our ability, 1% of our brain, 1% of how we create our own reality. Because most of us get stuck in the linear, the logical, the sensible, the ways of doing things, whereas really we could be using so many more magical ways to get things done. So that was card number 1. We're now going to move on to card number 2. Now, to get myself out of the way, I often end up speaking a little bit of dragon language, which makes my brain step out of the way, so I'm not influencing the cards, other than we are stepping into our fullest and most beautiful identity, being in our power. So, there we go. So let's have a look at card number 2. Now, this is funny. The last 3 weeks, doing these cards, bringing you into the magic of what these cards are all about, how you evolve, how you understand your destiny, how you get really strong in your own power. So the week before, it was 2 cards of Utopia, then 3 cards of Utopia came out first. Last week, I think it was Seraphina. Now this week, 2 cards from Sovereign. So card number 2 is Sovereign. Again, she is the dragon that is calling you back to your regality, calling you back to your sovereign self. She's purple. She's glorious. She is absolutely amazing. She stands so tall and regal, and she's asking you to do the same. Bring your soul back into your body. Know your sovereignty. Card number 40, Sovereign, your action mode. How have you decided to radiate and express your essence of self energetically? Again, we're talking about your identity. We're talking about who you show up as. Let's see what she has to say to us here. Whatever action mode you have decided to express yourself through that has you so often on repeat, acting out over and over the same action is just an outdated habit, and the necessity to take some form of action. It's time to take a step back and look at all that needs to be doing of all that you've been and all that needs to be done and all that you have been needing to do. You've been keeping yourself busy with actions for the sake of being busy, and this is fruitless. Okay? This is the first generation of doing things in a completely different way. And that's why you keep going back to the old ways of needing to do something, and you keep being presented with other people who are struggling in the old ways and doing things that are similar to you. We see that human beings' bodies are very much in addiction to the action mode, and will fall into the same old cycles over and over again because you don't know what else to do. There is a feeling of genuine fear without any action, and that is the main culprit of this need to be doing. You are looking for action. You are looking for things to do. You're even looking to be told what to do. You'll be saying, what do I need to do? What do I need to do next? What am I doing wrong? What's my next step? These are all questions that you are on repeat. The magic lies in mastering your mind and knowing that your mind can start the creation with a clean, neutral, receptive, empty state, and then a master clear focus. There is only an act of doing you need to concentrate on, and if you are doing, then that is what you are. Oh gosh, that just doesn't make sense. Enter into that act of doing that you need to concentrate on. There we go. If you need to be doing, then that's what you need to be doing. Entering into the focus of what needs to be done, not just filling up your time with talking, or filling up your time with doing stuff, or filling up your time with going here, there, and everywhere, or just producing more and more and more stuff. When your mind is clear and clean and laser focused, it is active and in perfect action of attraction. It is not a difficult action to do. Yet, by changing the action into that belief that is already happening, even if you can't see it yet, this is when it is out of your hands and when you are not needed to be in control. You are not needing to do anything. You've stepped out of your way. You can relax, knowing that you are no longer the one doing the doing. I often leave my office and I'm acting in my new identity, that everything is sorted out. And I'm trusting that behind the scenes, for the posts that I'm putting out there, for the information that I'm sharing, it's done. It's landing on the right ears. People are actually understanding, they're listening, they're learning, they really get the messages. Um, what I say in my head and what I'm being in my action is that I'm putting the intention on the card readings or the posts or what I'm doing out there. But I know that when I leave the office, that is still very present. I don't need to be the one doing. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Imagine being reminded that every time you got overactive and in the habit of doing, you were reminded with a voice that says, that's such a very human thing to do, to want so much control. What if you could know that deep inside you and be certain that a more valuable action would be being a quiet meditation with a specific intention? If your most powerful action would be laser focusing on the feeling of what it is that you want to create. Or maybe it's moving with dance or swimming or hiking or going out in nature and moving your energy around whilst certain that all your needs and wants are being acted upon from the sense of spirit. The more you play, the easier it gets. So that goes back to play, which is the first card that we talked about there. To overcome the addiction and the spell, break the spell, you have been under, and the struggle of feeling so guilty when it seems like you are not doing anything and not doing enough. It is the crossover, the pivotal point when you are relinquishing all control and sitting there choosing specific, focused, creative meditation, and know that this is far more powerful when you've got your intention behind it. And that's why it seems difficult, because it's so much easier. I know that when I started doing a lot of this work, what came through for me, I was just, oh God, that's so easy. That's never going to work because everything seems so easy. And I was so used to doing so much and keeping busy and forcing things that it became really kind of unbelievable for me in the beginning that things were going to be easier, gentler, more grace and ease. That was card number 2. So let's move now on to card number 3, all with the theme this week about the identity that's going to work for you better. Imagine that you are being in your best sense. You are accepting that you're perfect, accepting that your soul has got your back, accepting that everything you are fully worthy, you are deserving, you are in your soul state, and everything is working out well for you. You could show up in that state knowing that everything is working out well for you. Let's see what card number 3 is now for you. So, there we go. And we've got a card from Utopia. It is number 63. Oh, my glasses back on. Okay. This is how we start to operate. When we get into the realms of Utopia, that means that you are moving into embodiment. You're moving into knowing exactly how this is working all for you, how you are going to understand how Utopia, when you're walking in Utopia, when you're acting as Utopia, you've embodied it, you've understood the whole journey. So this is Utopia. Her message: soul to soul communication across all time and space. Tap into cellular consciousness. All right, okay, so I get the relevance. So we're moving into the identity. We're moving into the identity of that you are in your sovereign state. You're in your soul state. So from that soul state, when everything is working out really well and you know that you're a multidimensional being, soul to soul communication across all time and space, you can crack through, break through the spell and the pattern of the beliefs that you've been holding. And I do this so many times with my clients. We're breaking through the patterns and the beliefs that you hold, the spells. We are then claiming your power. This is when you are in your soul. It's like, well, yeah, of course, I am my soul. I am in my power. And we're tapping into cellular consciousness. So we are able to hear intuition, telepathy, mediumship, psychically. We're also creating our new reality because we're receiving guidance. So let's see what she has to say to us. You are invited to play in a different way at this game of life. Maybe you know you are just dabbling. You are on the fringe, but not fully immersed your body, your soul, and your mind into the vast differences that are just around the corner and waiting for you as your own creator. These are not just for others, this is for you, and we are calling you. Stop. Listen. There is more. So much more for you to experience. There is so much we want to share with you. You know it's a unique and important time to shift and change in reality, to change your way of doing things. Understand things are coming at things, understanding things and coming at things from a very different angle. There is so much more available for you, but none of it is any good unless you don't stop doing what you've been doing and how you want to get things done. There is a possibility of living in a very different direction, soul to soul with others. So you're communicating, you're listening to the whispers that are coming from their soul. You understand what makes them tick, what drives them. The dragons are here as the true guardians of Earth. They come to specifically support you on the planet and to ignite the very power and energy of your entwined higher self, which is your sovereign self, which is you stepping into your power. That is your identity. To know yourself with your inner creator activated, and to remember that you are soul having a human experience. Dragons have the power to bring back into your consciousness what your soul still remembers intuitively, and have you gain access to past life experiences, past life gifts and talents, as well as your ancient wisdom and all of your soul memories, and entwine these into your daily life today. Imagine all the past lives that you've lived. And I don't just mean human lives. If you're listening to me and the dragons, you know that you're a multi-dimensional being. You've lived on other planets. You've lived, okay, as well as in past lives. So you are able, from whatever lives you'd live, if you're a powerful medicinal or powerful creator or technology, because so many things are so more advanced than they are on this particular planet. You are here to bring technology, medical interventions, so many things, being able to read telepathically, nothing about being average or mediocre for you, my darling. So even remember a time when the dragons existed here on Earth, and you were there at this time as a soul, and within you, your soul has access to all of your memories because it is an infinite being. You are able to reconnect with your soul and be able to tap into parts of yourself that have been long avoided, ignored, dormant and forgotten. As you do, you will experience the spark of remembering and knowing that allows you to wake up inside, and that will ultimately set you free. Now, there's a little bit more to that card. Actually, there's a lot more to that card. Okay, and the last bit is the dragons want to remind you that this has never been done before, that you are ascending into your soul, that you are ascending into so much wisdom, so much infinite intelligence, being so spiritual, that yet still dealing with the world, dealing with life as it is, linear thinking in schools, linear thinking in banking, in running a business, in relationships, and like You have ascended, you've outgrown so much of that, and they're just reminding you that they have reverence for you that as you go through this. But you can call all of that back in from previous lives, past, present, and future. Okay, we're going to move on to card number 4 now. Isn't that funny? I'm getting hiccups. All right. Sometimes when energy shifts, I'm burping or I'm yawning. I know I've got hiccups. All right, so let's move on to card number 4. And this is going to be, these are the week's transmissions, and we are asking the cards to show us the best cards, the best messages, the best transmissions that go along with the particular theme this week of being in your full self-worth, really understanding your identity, really stepping into your power. So let's just put that into the cards and let that come out. Oof. And one fell out straight away. Okay. All right. Number 25. Lunar Ray. I don't think we've had a Lunar Ray card for a very long time. So, Lunar Ray is the dragon specifically about your feelings, moving into gold, moving into your golden element, the thread, the life force energy, the gold that runs all the way through you, the golden light from heaven and earth that runs all the way through you. See what else she wants to say there. So dive into your intensity of your feelings. I'm going to read the card, but I think something's going to come through in the card that is really potent and poignant for us today. There is so much more to be experienced, so much more. We are sending out rays of love, and they are warm and they are gentle. And your worries just simply melt away so that you can feel, and you can be in this feeling too. Allow yourself to feel into that right now. Just feel what's being sent to you from the dragons. That perfection of love, how they hold you in reverence, how they see you, how they are so respectful and of your courage to choose to be incarnated at this time. There is a lot of love still to be shared with you. I wonder if you can track where in the body you feel the love feeling. You can feel it as an expansive feeling, a very safe feeling, a feeling of being at home. We use words that you understand to bring you to the feeling of being loved that you desire to feel. This is the quest of many, many humans. You will be in no doubt as you begin to feel into your heart and then down into your solar plexus and around your whole chest and upper belly area. It is not just located in the heart. Love, when allowed to be amplified, overflows, a surplus of love. And that goes into every cell, every nook and cranny and cell and atom of you. Love radiates and flows out of the top of your head like a waterfall and all around you. Once you are full of love and fulfilled with love to your maximum capacity of the love that you can hold and accept, the energy of love will naturally overflow and be felt by others in your environment. Now, that's very poignant because when everything overflows like that and you find your just go self saying, oh, I love, love, love today. I love this house. I love this jacket. I love my family. I love my car. I love. When you start doing that, you want to take photographs of everything. You are in awe of wonder of the surroundings, of your scenery, of the sky, of the sunrise, of the sunset, of the birds tweeting. You become overflowing with love. Therefore, the people around you feel it from you as you radiate that, and they are affected by your love and they will respond because you are in the identity. There we go. That's what this is all about. Because you are in the identity of just loving your life. Everything that comes towards you can only match you on that frequency. There you go. That's what that was all about. That's why I had to read this one. The feeling and experience of having known love from the inside of your body is an exercise, just so that you know what love really feels like. Again, it can be felt and recognize with familiar feelings of being at home, feeling safe, very comfortable. There is a melting feeling that happens inside your stomach, inside your torso, and it feels like pouring hot water over a chocolate teapot. Everything melts away. There is that satisfied breathing out feeling, the sigh with a sound. Oh, it is warm and soft and all-encompassing. You cannot help but smile and feel satisfied. There is a smile on your inside of your heart, between your chest, that reaches your face as a smile that cannot be stopped. Perhaps you find yourself shedding a tear because you're so happy and feeling immensely just in the frequency and the essence of love flowing all around you. The feeling of love is when you experience life as full, 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 full. You've taken in such a breath that you just couldn't take any more. It's like, my God, I just love today. And I love this person and I love this situation. Everything is amazing. Raising your vibes into the happy will just make so much more be available for you. You have just, there's no more you can take in. And once you are full, 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 it starts overflowing into your aura and into your life and into your day. It's experiencing being so full that you cannot take another breath. You are bursting open. You are so full, so expanded. You are stretched to the max, and still there is more to be had. We need to make that our new normal experience of life, so that when we've expanded into that, that becomes our new normal. What happens then? We get to expand a little bit more the next time, and a little bit more the next time, and a little bit more the next time. It's like sunbathing when all that golden sunshine comes into your body, melting everything away, all your troubles, all your worries. And the longer you stay in this vibration and frequency, the easier it is to get back into this vibration and frequency the next time, and the next time, and the next time. Wow, this is amazing. This is also stepping into the identity of someone who's in love and feeling it and loving it. You can also use this exactly the same way when you're creating something else. If you're creating your millions or creating your business or creating abundance, it's a practice. That's what we're being shown here. This golden thread that comes all the way through us, connecting us into the heavens and the earth. All right. It's a golden orb that just keeps filling up our aura and overflowing and overflowing. This is life force energy that comes through, and it's golden. So this is what I'm going to be helping you to create your new reality on Thursday. I have an event. I'll put it in the link so that you can see. And we will be helping you to check in and feel the experience of this being in your identity of abundance, identity of being a millionaire, identity of the empress that's running the empire. You have to be able to expand into that, expand into raw, pure health, vitality for yourself, expand into love in relationships, expand into abundancy and everything's going right for you. Everybody wants to work with you. They're lucky to be in your energy. That is what, when it overflows in your essence, that's what then is very, very attractive for other people. And they say, I want that. I want that. It's not what you say, it's what you're feeling, it's what you're radiating out. So that was the fourth card today, which was delicious. And I will put the link down to the training that I'm doing this week about creating your own reality and stepping into your real identity, so that you can wear that and you can walk around that in every single day. And just to let you know that there are 4 different quarters for manifesting, creating your new reality. So the first one that we work on mostly in Manifest with the Dragons is all about breaking the spell, okay? Learning how to create, learning how to see and formulate what's been going on in your life, how you set that up. The second quarter is diving into that deeper, how to claim your power. That is the real focus. As you're creating something, we dive deeper and deeper into your power so that you know who you are. The third quarter is all about how you create your reality. What is it that you want? How are you stepping into your power? How are you breaking the beliefs that you've got? And the fourth quarter is like you're practicing, you've embodied it, You are now seeing the things that are coming towards you. You're getting evidence of everything, of being the empress, the millionaire, the health and vitality. Every single thing that you put out there is now coming back to you because you're wearing it and you're being the energy. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate and I'm very grateful for spending this time with you. Every single week, I'm here reading the transmissions from the dragons.